Your doctor looked at your blood test for 9 seconds and said everything looks normal. So why don't you feel normal? Why won't the jacket button? Why do you keep your shirt on at the pool? Here's the truth. Normal blood sugar is one of the most misleading numbers in medicine, and it's been hiding the real reason that you're soft, tired, and stuck for over a decade. You run an elite standard in every other area of your life, but not here. That ends today. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to explain insulin resistance so simply, you'll wonder why no doctor ever said it this way, what it is, why it's quietly making you store fat, and why your tests keep saying you're fine, and exactly how to reverse it. I'm Nolan Ulm, pro football player for the Toronto Argonauts, former D1 captain at Eastern Washington University, and founder of Make It Happen Coaching. I coach men who are elite at everything except the one place they stopped keeping score, their body. And so I'm going to walk you through this step by step, what's actually happening inside you, why it's wrecking your body, why your test misses it, and the simple fix that's backed by a 5-year study. Because by the time your blood sugar finally looks bad on paper, this has been building for 15 years. The damage isn't starting, it's surfacing. So let's get into it. Every time that you eat, your food turns into sugar in your blood. That sugar is fuel, but it can't just float around. It has to get inside of your cells to be used. And the only thing that unlocks your cells to let it in is a hormone called insulin. So, insulin is a key. You eat, your pancreas makes insulin, the key unlocks your cells, the sugar goes in, your blood clears. That's a healthy system. So here's what breaks, and here's what is happening with you. After years of too much food and not enough muscle, your cells get tired of listening. So the key still fits, but the locks are all stuck up. The sugar can't get in like it used to. So what does your body do? It makes more keys. Your pancreas pumps double, triple the insulin to force those doors open. And it works. It works for years. That's all insulin resistance is. Your cells stop listening, so your body is flooding with insulin just to keep things on normal. Okay, so high insulin all day equals you store fat easily and burn it almost never, no matter how clean you eat. Now, this is the part that nobody explains, and it's the whole reason that you guys should care. Insulin doesn't just handle sugar. Insulin is your body's fat storage hormone. So when insulin is high, your body is locked in store fat mode. So when we're locked in the store fat mode, this is not going to be good to us getting shredded, right? When insulin is high, like I said, you're locked out of the burn fat mode. So picture the guy who's insulin resistant. He's got high insulin all day, every day. That means that he stores fat easily and burns it almost never. No matter how clean he eats, he's tired and foggy, but crashes after meals. Because here's the cruel part. His cells are actually starving for fuel, even though his blood is full of it. The sugar's there, it just can't get in. And he can't build muscle the way he used to because it's the same locked doors, right? The stuck up doors because the key won't turn. That's why you feel soft, stuck, exhausted while every test says that you're fine. It's not in your head. It's a hormone problem that nobody really bothered to measure with you. So why did your doctor say that you're fine? Because a standard blood test only checks your sugar. It never checks your insulin. If we look at this graph right here, right? And remember, your body is holding that sugar normal by force. So with a flood of insulin behind the scenes, that's what happens. So the sugar looks perfect right up until the very end when your pancreas finally gets exhausted and can't keep up. So there was a researcher, Ralph DeFranzo, and he showed your muscles and liver go resistance go resistant 10 to 20 years before blood sugar ever moves. This is why your test looks normal. The sugar test is a smoke alarm that goes off after the house is already burned to the ground. The number that would actually catch us early is fasting insulin. And this is a one that not a lot of people order. So Like I said, it starts 10 to 20 years before your blood sugar ever looks abnormal. So, what's gumming up the locks? What jams the locks in the first place? Fat. But not the fat that you can, grab on your belly, the stuff that you've been holding that you hate when you look in the mirror. It's the fat that gets shoved in the wrong places, inside your muscle and liver cells, where it was never meant to be. There was a Yale researcher, as you guys can see at the bottom here, 2014, and he proved that fat stored inside the cell physically blocks the insulin signal. So think of it like grease in the lock. That's why a soft, undertrained body resists insulin and a lean, muscular one doesn't. It was never about willpower or eating perfectly. It's about where your fuel is stored. And in quick honesty, because you've seen these everywhere, these glucose monitors, right, that all the influencers put on their arms, they're genuinely useful if you're diabetic. But whether a little sugar bump matters in a healthy guy is not actually proven. It's not proven. Don't chase the gadget, chase the fix. So, how do we actually fix this, guys? Like, don't chase the gadget, chase the fix. How do we actually fix this? Okay. Here's the good news, and it's bigger than you think. The single best tool to fix this is muscle, guys, is muscle. How do we build muscle? Metabolic priming. We've talked about it on this channel a million times. We've got to be in a surplus. We've got to be lifting with progressive overload. We've got to be having a plan with deload weeks to allow for super compensation. All these things that we talk about on this channel. Your muscles are the biggest place that your body dumps sugar. So think of muscle as a gas tank for glucose. The bigger the tank, the more sugar it pulls straight out of your blood. So no insulin is required. One hard training session makes your muscles soak up sugar better for up to 48 hours, 2 whole days afterward. And it stacks. More muscle, bigger tank, less insulin needed. And these locks, they start working again. And can this actually reverse, guys? Yes. So there was a trial called Direct, and it followed 298 people who lost real weight. 46 put their type 2 diabetes into full remission in a single year. The ones who lost the most weight, 75%. The thing your doctor called permanent was reversed. Build the muscle, strip out the fat in places that it doesn't belong, and then the entire system comes back online. Okay, so the 3 things that you guys can do: get the fasting insulin, of course, train your muscles, have progressive overload, do things that I'm going to show that really quickly here, how we would do that. Skip the gadget, guys, build the muscle, lose the fat, and fix the system. That's going to be the biggest thing to your success. That's how Trey did it, right? We fixed this problem by building the muscle, by getting to the root of the problem, If we go up here and we go to our training here and what this looks like, progressive overload. This is our whole bulletproof shred protocol that we run here. What this is you're literally just going to lift a little bit heavier every single week. A lot of you already know this, but how many of you really do it? Then this is the one where people lose themselves. You have to have a structured approach, a deload week every 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 weeks. What this means is you're going to go either half of the volume or half the intensity. What do I mean by that? You're going to do half the reps at the same weight, or you're going to do the same amount of reps, or a little bit of both with less weight. We need to allow for the system to super compensate. When we stress the system, everything's going to go down, 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 and we're pushing, and then we're going to rest. You're going to feel like, man, I'm not doing anything. But then we get higher than where our baseline was before in terms of muscle and building strength. If the weight is going up every single week, newsflash, you are building muscle. Then we use eccentrics, isometrics, a bunch of different tools to do that. Okay. So these are the 3 things that are going to be super huge for you guys. And I hope this gives you an answer on the insulin and why this is the issue. Because imagine 6 months from now, you've got the same suit, but now it buttons and it hangs on a frame that looks like it's hiding something. You take your shirt off at the pool and your buddies do a double take. Your wife sees the man that she married walk back in the room. And for the first time, your body finally matches your business. You're one of the rare few in this world the ultimate status symbol, who's elite in both. That's the standard. The body you quietly wanted before the world told you it was vanity to want it. And that's where the men that I coach end up. Not because they found more time, but because they finally held the same standard in their body that they hold everywhere else. And it became not one day, but they made today day one. This is not for everybody. What we do is not for everybody. It's for the high level man who's already won in business and is done tolerating mediocrity in the mirror. If you want a quick fix, this isn't for you. But if you're ready to be elite in both, find me on Instagram, DM me Shred, or just go down below and book a call with us, and we'll show you what the bulletproof shred would look like, built personally around your life, your schedule, your blood work, your gut testing, all that sort of stuff. You have to be the right fit and only book in if you're serious. This is for people earning 6 figures or more, only for the people that want to maximize their income and impact. Let me know what other questions you guys have in the comments down below. We'll see you guys in the next video. Make it happen. Out.